And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Assembly Planter, and we are just on the verge of being able to expand our shrinking area again. Oh man, that's gonna open up quite a lot of potential. Right now it's an 8x8, and this expansion here gets us 9x9, which is sort of a magical number. We can make cheap layouts now that we can get to a little bit higher per unit construction, basically. Planting right now, all of our cheap setups are 20, right? So what we can do now is make setups that are 25 instead of 20, it's just going to help that much more. We've already got a 25 to 50 composter, which is good. And we have some galactite, but we also need to set up something for black holes. We need to get this trading station, right? This is what we need. We need a bunch of these stardust collectors. So we need some stardust collectors. And then we're going to need some golden sieves. This is going to be kind of a gold heavy process. And right now we are having to feed compactus into our gold. I got to kind of get used to this. I have another save that I'm much more advanced in my layouts and stuff in that save, and yeah, it's tough going back and having to redo all this stuff, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and just skip a bunch of content. So, but it gives me some good ideas for going forward here. So we need a bunch of stardust collectors. It's a zero input crafter. So let's see. Collect stardust from the air. Let's build one of these. A machine that I'm gonna put you orange side. Can't remember how fast these are. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try 10 of these. And then we want that and that. Okay, that's a stardust collector. It's not telling us what we're gonna get out of there. I didn't think there was zero input onto that. There's a zero input crafter in the shrinker. Okay, so stardust has to be around here somewhere. Maybe not. Let's test it. Stardust collector. What happens if we put it in here? Oh, wait. That's the wrong thing. That's the crafter for the stardust collector. We want the actual stardust collector. There we go. So that'll give us 10 every 5 seconds of stardust. Now, stardust, we need a gold sieve. And this will tell us, this wants 20 stardust every 5 seconds, grows in 30 seconds. Okay, so each one of these wants 20 stardust. Wow, in 20 seconds. And so this will produce 10 stardust in 5 seconds. This wants 20 every 5 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna want. Ooh, this is gonna be expensive. This is gonna be expensive. If we want to be able to grow these in decent amounts, we're gonna need another 10 Stardust collectors. These are not going to be cheap. Not by a long shot. I want to share this. I don't want this to be any more expensive than it has to be. So there's 20 every 5 seconds. So one of these will be able to keep one sieve going, right? So that is going to be 20 galactite per setup. Let's see. 20 stardust at 5 seconds. I've been changing my naming scheme several times throughout this series. I haven't really landed on one that I like. But yeah, this 20 galactite per setup. So 20 stardust at 5 seconds. Shrink. Now, we want a few of these. Remember, that grows in 30 seconds, but we want to keep this at least relatively cheap. It takes 5 seconds for it to process. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, we'd be able to plant 6 rows of this. So what we could do, let's get, I need some pullers. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So each one of these stardust, if we plant 3, right? A single collector would be able to keep 2 planters going. How do we want to do this? Let's do down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 3 setups, which is 6 times 3. That's 18. I want to try to get this to be better. If we do, let's see, that's 18, 21, 24. So if we go another 2 of these, and we want like 1 more there. Let's go up here with it. So then we need just a simple level 1 harvester and planter. Okay. Now, don't know if there is a simple way to do this, but we're going to need a bunch of gold sieves. This is a gold-heavy craft for sure. So every 2 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we need at least 1. Wait, not what I wanted. Let's see. The cat wants to be up here again. Let's see. Gold sieves. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. And then we want stardust collectors here. Okay. Yeah, this is going to get really expensive. This is not going to be a cheap setup. Because we need... This needs to be... What, 6? Like that. And we need a... something like this. Because this should be, you know, it grows in 30 seconds. So this should still be 30-second timer. That's 60. Why is that 60 seconds? Oh, that's 7. I want 6. There it is. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so we want 2, 3, 3 more of those. 1, 2, 3, 4 more of those. So this is going to be 6, 6, and 6. This makes it a little cheaper rather than having, you know, 9 of these things. It's going to be way cheaper to do it this way. Okay. Like that. Oh, why is that 60 seconds now? That should not be 60 seconds. These need to be set. Oh, those are set already. Okay. Why is that 60 seconds? Why is that 60 seconds? That should not be 60 seconds. There it is. Sometimes sometimes I get a little weird issue where it doesn't quite understand the timing there, and you got to break and replace something in order to actually make that work. So that should give us, I mean, it's 100 galactite for this crafter. 10,000 plastic. Wow, that's a lot of plastic. But there's no input, right? So it's just stars all day. Now, so this is going to be 25 stars at 30 seconds. No input. I'm going to just do NI. No input. No. No input. 25 stars, no input at 30 seconds. Okay, let's shrink that down. We're going to need to get that operational, because in order to get the trading station, we need one of those black holes. In order to get a black hole, we need 1,000 stars. So that is going to be 25 stars every 30 seconds. Cat, I'm not talking to you, babies. She's looking at me like I'm talking to her. So do we want another one of those? Do we have enough galactite? We happen to have enough galactite to do that. Okay, so let's see if we can get another one of those. Yes. So that gives me 50 stars every 30 seconds. So in a minute, that's 100 stars. So 10 minutes for 1,000, thereabouts. Now we can work on some of our other cheap recipes. So iron, copper, wood is a little less, a little less important. But we're gonna need. I've already got composters, 50 to 100. I've got several designs for all my, a 20 to 40, 25 to 50, 50 to 100. So those should do pretty good. Granted, they're pretty heavy on the gold. But now, with this sand no input, you can see how it's 40, right? I want to try to get all these to 50 because that makes for much better math and much easier on my head. Much easier math on my head. So, yeah, I think if we go iron cheap 1, you can see how this now is can be expanded upon. So we're going to take you and you and you, and we're going to upgrade. Let's see. Upgrade you. Upgrade you. We're going to need another one of those. Another one of those. So we want 2 more of these. Oh, wrong side. Okay, this one will be over here. This one will be here. These 2 will be here. This one will be here. Okay, we want a couple pullers. We need a couple iron sieve, or can we get away with, oh, that's a gold sieve. We definitely don't want to use that. If this is going to be iron, I think I can get away with copper sieves. We'll save these iron ones for later. And then we want a batch of copper. That'll make this even that much more cheaper. Iron, 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 iron. And then these new ones. That one is a 3. That's a 3, and this is a 1. That should be 25 in, 25 out, with 25 biomass created. Don't really have the wiggle room for composters in here, unfortunately. I wish I could, but the next level is 100,000, so we're a ways from that. So this is going to be 25 iron, cheap at 15 seconds. Okay, let's shrink that. Then we want 25 iron cheap at 15 seconds. You can see, so cheap is all relative, of course. We are going to need more plastic. Where is our plastic coming from? Let's actually, what we should do, 25 iron cheap, we're going to edit this, and we're just going to change this to olive seed. Same input, same sieves. This is 25 olives. I'm just gonna say olives. It's gonna be olives. 25 every 8 seconds. So this is gonna be Actually, that's going to be 50 olive cheap at 8 seconds. Okay, shrink that. Now we can edit that again. Because I want to do the same for copper. Okay, and then copper, we can make it even cheaper. Do this. We can get away with wooden sieves for copper. And then we want copper, 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 and copper. Same input. So this is going to be 50 copper cheap at 9 seconds. So let's shrink that, and we want to edit. Let's see. We have copper, olives, iron. What other iron? We'll do sand. I think we're gonna need the iron-based one for sand. 25 iron cheap. I think we need, yeah, I think we need the copper sieves for that. Let me put one down. No, we need iron sieves for that. Okay. So let's do, we're gonna copy the iron one here. And then go, oof, these are going to be expensive. 9 of those. Why don't I have those on my hotbar? Oh, there they are. Oh, I already had a bunch. Okay, this is going to be the sand. Sand. Sand, 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 sand. 25. Oh, we have again some mistake up here. 25, 50. Excellent. This is going to be 50 sand cheap at 10 seconds. So let's shrink that down. Now we have the baseline cheapness, right? We have cheap items that give us, you know, all the base materials. Now we can convert all of these into the no input flavors, and yeah, we can actually get somewhere. Let's see, what is our our plastic is desperately low right now. We actually need lots and lots of plastic. Right now, yeah, we are not producing much plastic. So what we can do is get, let's see, 20, 25, 50, 50 to 100. What we could do is go a little crazy. Crafter cores. What do you need for crafter cores? Yeah, plastic, iron, and copper. So, plastic. Let's do it. Let's give him a little bit of copper. Give him a little bit of iron. I need to bump up my crafter cores because this is getting expensive. Okay, so I want to bump up. I want to bump this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 9 more of these. Do I have enough materials? I think I do. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh! Darn. You know, I could make this a little cheaper. And just have one of these like that. We still need the input, the output, and this is also a little bit of a savings. I've been told by one of my patrons that you can actually just dump everything into the self-feed container, and it acts like a regular old collector, or a self-feed collector, sorry. So you can save a little bit of heartache. So we're going to split this off, and you're going to get the biomass. Then we still need to split the biomass in half. And the biomass is going to go... Remember, we need a couple of the... let's see, 50 to 100. I think we need a couple of these, because these are 25, 50, 75, 100. So this is 200 dirt, right? So we need 200 dirt out, which means, yes, we need 2 of these. Pretty expensive on the gold. Okay. Compost 50 to 100. Why is this? There we go. Why is that off? 25, 50, 75, 100. Why is that off? That should be 400. Is one of these like off? I'm not understanding how these numbers are off. $50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I need... That would be why. I only had 9 in my inventory, so that's why that... Okay. So I need 200 here. There we go. That's more like it. And then we need... Hopefully we have enough for the last one. Just enough. And then we want one of these. Because the polars are rather expensive. So we need 50 dirt in here. So the 50 dirt, we need the 25 to 50 one here. And we need the same sort of setup down here. So what we're going to do, let's do out and filter. We're going to filter out the olives. You're going to go right in. And we want the compost to be split in half. We always need to split the compost in half. And then we need... Where did that composter go? There it is. 2550. Bingo. Okay, so it's heavy on gold, but look at that. 1 galactite for this whole setup, and that's going to give us 500 olives every 8 seconds. 500 olives. I don't know if I can still call this cheap. Cheap. I'll still call it cheap. No input at 8 seconds. So I'll shrink this down. Now I want to convert. I want a machine that converts the 500 in 8 seconds into plastic. Right here. So that is 5 every second for each crafter. And we have 8 seconds. So what we could do, 5 every second. So that is, so divide the olives by 5, and obviously you get 100. And I don't think you can divide 100 by 8 evenly. 100 divided by 8. Yeah, 12 and a half. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of these. And let's do and then we want one last one there. All of these are going to go into a collector. We are going to want that olive maker. Let's see what we could do. What we could do is do this. That in olive. I really should make a crafter of this. Once I have a good supply of plastic, I'll definitely look into that. Okay, so I want puller here, and a puller down here. Are we at the, okay, puller down there. So plastic. So this is going to want, see, 12 and a half. So that's 8 crafts. 8 crafts on each one of these. That is 400? No. 8 is 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 240, I believe. This is going to be 240. And this is going to be 20. Bingo. 700 plastic every 8 seconds. With minimal cost of galactite. So yeah, 700 plastic at 8 seconds. No input. All right, that should help bolster our plastic supply by a lot, by a large margin. Do we have enough for, we have enough for a black hole. Look at that. And we have enough for the trading station. So this is really, this is going to give us challenges. A lot of challenges. So let's put this baby right in here. So outputs 1,000 olives. Look at that. The very first one we get is going to use part of the machine that we just built. So how about that? That's going to be super easy thanks to the fact that we can, what we can do. How much plastic do we have? See, that's going to tap us out on plastic. So this is going to give us 500 olives every 8 seconds. And we need 1,000 every 15. So we can't quite do 2 crafts for this because that would be 16 seconds, which kind of stinks. But we need to up our plastic quite a bit in order to be able to build a couple of these, because we need 2 of these, and that's 5,000. That's going to be roughly what, 11,000 plastic. It's going to be 1,000 gold, which, ouch, 1,000 gold hurts. Crafter cores. Yeah, that's one of the things for plastic that we needed. We're going to be going through these things here. We're going to be going through these like candy. All right, we should be able to at least get the very first. Yeah, we should be able to get the very first one. So what I'm going to do is do 2 of these. This is just a simple machine. Do that. 1,000 every 8 seconds. I don't really need to name this because I'll just delete this machine once it's done. But I want to be able to see it. So all these resources we're going to lose. So shrink that. We go over to the trading station. Remember, because each of these machines has no input, creates all the specified outputs, does it in the time, does not contain any time machines. So that is good, and we just traded that in, and we got our first star core. Right? So that will help us build that up. What I want to do is get a crafter for black holes, and I just want to be able to dump all my stars in there. I could just grab these stars and just push them into that. In fact, let's actually do that. That'll just clean this up a little bit and keep them out of my inventory. There we go. And then let's just drop the rest in there. Excellent. Alrighty. What time? Okay. Well, we've definitely gone over time here, so that's going to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.